To make switching to the new Boost Mobile risk-free, we're offering a 30-day money-back guarantee.
So why wouldn't you switch from Verizon or T-Mobile?
Because you have nothing to lose. Boost Mobile is offering a 30-day money-back guarantee.
No, I asked why wouldn't you switch from Verizon or T-Mobile?
Oh.
Wouldn't.
Because you love wasting money as a way to punish yourself because your mother never showed you enough love as a child?
Whoa. Easy there.
Yeah.
Applies to online activations. Requires port in and auto pay. Customers activating in stores may be charged non-refundable activation fees.
On today's Smart 7, Ukraine's surprise attack on Russia continues. Team GB win an historic gold and lots more. It's Friday 9th of August. It's National Book Lovers Day and happy birthday, Anna Kendrick.
The Smart 7. It's news, but not the news.
Prime Minister Keir Starmer chaired another COBRA meeting on Thursday evening, even though the expected far-right trouble on Wednesday evening failed to materialise. He was determined that the police need to remain on high alert while the justice system continues to deal swiftly and harshly with those who caused offences over the weekend. His message for anyone considering further violent protests was crisp and to the point.
Anybody involving themselves in disorder, whatever they claim as their motive, will feel the full force of the law. It's important I repeat that because we need to make sure that in the coming days we can give the necessary reassurance to our communities.
Meanwhile, Policing Minister Dame Diana Johnson MP says the government is continuing to focus on the role that social media companies and potential malicious actors have played in the stirring up of online misinformation and disinformation.
We know that the Online Safety Act, there are provisions within that we want to see that social media companies acting on now. And in fact, Ofcom wrote them to say you need to get on with dealing with the misinformation, the disinformation that has been clearly on social media.
There are still plenty of questions about how the US presidential race will end, but there's no question about which candidate has got momentum right now. Kamala Harris and new vice presidential pick Tim Walz are on a charge, making rally appearances in swing states and seeing the polls shift in their direction. The man who stepped aside to make this all possible is US President Joe Biden, and he's been keeping a fairly low profile as his vice president makes all the running for the Democrats. But he sat down for an in-depth interview with CBS News, and he's warning that the stakes remain extremely high when it comes to Donald Trump.
He means what he says. We don't take him seriously. He means it. All the stuff about if we lose, there'll be a bloodbath. Look what they're trying to do now in the local election districts where people count the votes. You can't love your country only when you win.
Trump held a press conference at Mar-a-Lago on Thursday afternoon, but there wasn't any significant announcement, just over an hour of him complaining about how the media don't report the size of the crowds that turn up for his rallies. The new aggressive tone from the Harris campaign seems to have Donald pining for the days of Joe Biden as an opponent.
Tell you what, from a constitutional standpoint, from any standpoint you look at, they took the presidency away. And people were saying he lost after the debate. He couldn't win. Well, I don't know that that's true necessarily. But whether he could win or he couldn't win, he had the right to run.
Ukraine's surprise attack into the Russian territory of Kursk continued on Thursday. It appears that Ukrainian troops are now about 13 miles across the border and continuing to make progress as Russia scrambles to deploy reinforcements and close down the unexpected attack. Ukraine have been noticeably quiet about the incursion and what the reasoning behind it is, but President Zelensky made a subtle reference to the new strategy on Thursday in his nightly address. He said that Russia brought the war to our land and it should feel what it has done. Military experts still aren't sure if the attack is a distraction, an attempt to draw Russian forces away from Donetsk, or a strategy to even matters out when it comes to peace talks. Ukrainian MP Kira Rudik says it's important to send a message to Russia.
The one who is starting the war should expect that at some point the war would come to their door. We are using all the capabilities that we have to defend ourselves and to push Russian forces as farther from our homes as possible.
Bangladesh has sworn in its new leader only days after Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina was forced to resign and flee the country. Her reign came to an end after student protests which saw hundreds killed and the military take over the reins of power. However, the student leaders made it clear that they didn't want to see a military-run government, and so Nobel Peace Prize laureate and opposition leader Muhammad Yunus returned to the country. Two of the student leaders are now members of his new cabinet, and the plan is to bring democracy back to Bangladesh.
Today is a glorious day for us. the revolution through which Bangladesh has created a new victory day. We have to be stronger going forward, keeping our thoughts on the revolution.
Still to come on the Smart 7, unexpected gold for Team GB and Ariana Grande gets a little bit sweaty right after this.
To make switching to the new Boost Mobile risk-free, we're offering a 30-day money-back guarantee.
So why wouldn't you switch from Verizon or T-Mobile?
Because you have nothing to lose. Boost Mobile is offering a 30-day money-back guarantee.
No, I asked why wouldn't you switch from Verizon or T-Mobile?
Oh.
Wouldn't.
Because you love wasting money as a way to punish yourself because your mother never showed you enough love as a child?
Whoa. Easy there.
Yeah.
Applies to online activations. Requires port in and auto pay. Customers activating in stores may be charged non-refundable activation fees.
Welcome back. There was an unexpected gold for Team GB in an event that is brand new to the 2024 Olympics. It's kitesurfing, and Britain's Ellie Aldridge won 2 races in the final series, which was enough to secure the first ever kitesurfing gold medal. It made up for an otherwise disappointing day on the water for Team GB, as the sailors have struggled with an absence of wind that has led to a series of cancellations and rescheduled events. There was also disappointment too for John Gimpson and Anna Burnett, who were disqualified in the multi-hull sailing final. Ellie was delighted though with her historic gold.
It's been incredible. We haven't had the easiest conditions, it's been really tricky, but yeah, it's really cool. I hope everyone watches it on TV and thinks the same thing. So happy to be part of it.
Ariana Grande is about to become immensely famous all over again. She's starring in the new 2-part movie version of Wicked, playing the good witch Glinda, alongside Cynthia Erivo, Jonathan Bailey and Jeff Goldblum as the Wizard of Oz. She's also popped up at the Olympics in Paris to support gold medal winning machine Simone Biles, and now she's doing the world's most viral show, Hot Ones. Ariana's not someone who eats a lot of chicken wings, you would think from the teaser trailer, but the episode has just dropped on YouTube.
No, my face changed because I think I'm learning that I don't like hot sauce. Not for me. It's not a spice problem, it's a
flavor problem.
It's a tone. Is this one that you famously hate?
We actually make it.
I love it.
Lana Wilson has a knack for making interesting programs. She was behind the Taylor Swift documentary Miss Americana, which became one of the highest rated docs in Netflix history. Now she's turning her attention to mediums and psychics, specifically the psychics of New York. Her new film for A24 is called Look Into My Eyes, and it goes behind the tarot-covered curtain to see what really happens during a reading from the psychic side and the client side. It looks fascinating, and it hits cinemas on September 6th.
I've been thinking a lot about the past recently.
I feel like I'm at a crossroads in my career. What will I regret on my deathbed? I just want to know if she can see if I am going to have hens.
If you're going to have what?
Hens, chickens.
You've been listening to The Smart 7. We'll be back tomorrow at 7 a.m. Hit that follow button and have a great day. Give us 7 minutes and we'll give you the world.
To get people excited about Boost Mobile's new nationwide 5G network, we're offering unlimited talk, text, and data for $25 a month.
Forever.
Even if you have a baby.
Even if your baby has a baby.
Even if you grow old and wrinkly and you start repeating yourself.
Even if you start repeating yourself.
Even if you're on your deathbed and you need to make one last call.
Or text.
Right, or text the long-lost son you abandoned at birth.
You'll still get unlimited talk, text, and data for just $25 a month with Boost Mobile.
Forever!
After 30 gigabytes, customers may experience slower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost Unlimited plan.
Forever.